this is Camellia. I want to welcome you back to my channel and thank you for watching another one of my videos. Today I want to discuss the topic of sacrifice and what that looks like when you're working to get out of debt. Now, sacrifice can look different for everyone, and a lot of that will depend on how much debt you have, as well as what your family life looks like. For some folks, sacrifice might include taking on extra jobs, so they're sacrificing their time. And for other folks, sacrifice might look like just cutting costs wherever they can. For me and my husband, our sacrifice included both of those things. We both worked multiple jobs with extra hours, and we both cut costs. When we first started our financial journey, I was working a full-time job at 40 hours a week. I was working a part-time job at the mall where I was averaging somewhere between 8 to 12 hours a week, sometimes 15 hours a week. And then I also was doing freelance social media for a nonprofit on the side, which would include about 10 to 12 hours a month. My husband would do food delivery, and sometimes we would do that together. He's worked for Postmates, DoorDash, and Grubhub. He would average his full-time job at 40 hours a week, and then somewhere between an extra 12 to 15 hours a week on top of that. So we both were averaging probably 50 to 60 hours a week with our multiple jobs. We did this because we wanted to bring up our income. My husband actually started averaging about 70 hours a week recently, and sometimes he would even get up to 75 hours a week. Both of us started to cut costs everywhere and anywhere we could. Mostly that was something that I had to work on. My husband already was not a big spender to begin with, whereas I was the one that would do a lot of our shopping for either myself or the home. So I had to work on cutting back with those spending urges. Once COVID hit and everything shut down, we started working from home, so that kind of made things a bit easier for me. I had a little bit of difficulty when it came to resisting the online shopping, but thankfully, I ended up putting things in my basket, but I wouldn't go through with purchasing them. I went from March all the way until the end of June without buying anything for myself or the home other than necessities. So I was really proud of myself for making that sacrifice. That was a big change for me. I would honestly say that we've been sort of fortunate that we have been working to pay our debt off during COVID. There's not really a lot going on right now. There are no summer concerts. There aren't any events going on where we'd be spending money frivolously. So I have to say, all in all, that has helped us with our debt-free journey. I feel a little guilty saying that. I mean, there are so many people that are without work, but if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I have to say that that has helped us significantly when it has come to saving money. I even lost my job during COVID. If you've been following me over on my Instagram page, then you've seen me talk about this a little bit. I haven't put it out there, but I guess I will touch on that briefly during this video. In early June, I lost my full-time job. It was a shock, and I can't say that I didn't see it coming, but I never thought that I would leave that company. I was so ingrained. It was a small business, and that really was my life, and it was part of my identity. So leaving that was really difficult, but it was a blessing in disguise. Turns out I was able to just freelance my social media and marketing services now, a month after losing my full-time job during COVID, during a global pandemic, which is a very frightening thing. I have been so fortunate to pick up work, and not only have I been able to find work, but I have found a multitude of clients who could use my services. So I am freelancing my social media services, my marketing services, my consulting services, and now I'm making more money than I was previously, and I am so thrilled. The reason I bring all this up, though, is it still ties into sacrifice. With working for multiple clients comes a lot more hours and a lot more responsibility. I'm enjoying working for myself and I am enjoying the extra money, but I'd be lying if I didn't tell you that my days start at 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning and go until 7, 8, or 9 o'clock at night. I'm so fortunate that I'm enjoying what I'm doing and I have control, but it still is a sacrifice to be able to work with everyone. I'm working with so many wonderful small businesses and I'm excited to see them thrive and grow, but it is a sacrifice. I am working 10 to 12-hour days on the regular. And during this time, my husband is still working 60 hours a week on the regular. But it is so worth it because we totaled up everything so far and we have paid off debt and we have also cash flowed several big ticket items, including a car and a new HVAC system. So far in 2020, we have paid off / cash flowed close to $30,000. And I'm thrilled to announce that. Let me tell you, working with a small company, I never had a big paycheck to begin with. So that's a huge accomplishment. Like, we have paid off / cash flowed more than some people make in an entire year within 6 months. And let me tell you, when the going gets tough, and it will if it hasn't already, look back on what you have accomplished so far. You're going to get down on yourself, but you just have to look at what you've accomplished, and that will motivate you to keep going further. While you're giving up bottomless mimosa brunches and, hanging out with your friends, they might get mad at you. Hopefully they're not getting mad at you if they're your real friends, but they might look at you differently. Your friends are going to look at you differently, and some of your family members are probably going to look at you differently as well, but you have to know what you are working towards. And let me tell you, it is so sweet when you accomplish something and when you cross another debt off your list and when your snowball gains momentum and you just keep going and pushing further. It's an incredible feeling, and to have those people to share it with too is incredible. It's a wonderful feeling. You do have to sacrifice though. It is not going to come easy. If it was easy, everyone would be debt-free. You're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to make changes. If you keep living the way you're living, then that's not going to get you anywhere. Living the way you're living is what got you into debt in the first place. Not for everyone. There are certain circumstances that are out of your control, but by being debt-free, you have the ability to not put yourself in a bad situation when those unexpected occurrences come into your life. Sacrifice is not easy. Sacrifice is not something that everyone can do. Sacrifice is not something everyone is willing to do. But do you want to be like everyone else? I don't. Be weird. Everyone else is normal. Why do you want to be normal? Get weird. Because by you getting weird, you will be that person that normal people want to be. You will set the example by being weird and sacrificing. And I guarantee you, if you continue on your path just by sharing your journey and your experiences, you will inspire others to become debt-free as well. I've seen it happen with my own eyes. It's hard work, but it is so worth it in the end. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you feel motivated to keep moving forward. If you haven't started your debt-free journey, I hope this has helped inspire you to get started. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you soon. Make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date with new content and videos when they come out. Bye, have a great one.